Now that we've authenticated, it's time to create the session ID. This will be one of the last steps that we'll need to perform before we can actually access and modify user data. If we follow the link from the documentation, then we see that the method we need to use is this authentication session new method. This request is pretty straightforward. It takes the API key and the request token, and if it returns successfully, then we should get a session ID. And we can see that confirmed here in the example query. Back in Xcode in the login view controller, the get session ID function describes the task that's at hand. So we'll need to get the session ID, then store it in the appdelegate.sessionID variable, and then we'll get the user ID next. So like before, for this exercise where we'll get the session ID, you'll want to implement the 7 steps again using the authentication session new method and acquire session ID. I hope these 7 steps are starting to feel a little bit redundant. Practice will make perfect. Once you've got the session ID, print it out. And when you're done, check this box.